today I'm going to talk about how to change this into something very beautiful, which doesn't look like Shadcn UI. One thing, the most of the developer, what they do, they will do that doing the class changes from here. So this is totally, I can say, the shit kind of thing. So yeah, sorry for the language. 30 degree, 60 degree, it is an angle. If we change the question, if we have to change one button, like if there is a outline or a link kind of button and we want. Hi everyone, hope you're doing great. This is the experiment video because I invited many people for this video but didn't get any response. Maybe I'm a small YouTuber. It is what it is. So yeah, so today our guest is Rana Vakas, and he will today's our agenda is to deep dive into Shadcn UI, what is the Shadcn UI is, and how to use the Shadcn UI effectively. So Rana Vakas, welcome to the podcast. Yeah, perfect. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm doing great. Okay, nice. So Vakas can give a quick intro and tell us about what's the Shadcn UI and how to use that effectively. Yeah. So yeah, I'm Rana Vakas. I have 5 years of experience as a software engineer, and currently I'm working as a senior software engineer. And today we're gonna dive into Shadcn UI, and I will let you know and let you know as well what is the effective use of Shadcn UI. Currently, we can see every app which is using Shadcn UI, it is giving a similar behavior, like I can show you here. So everything made with Shadcn UI look alike. So every padding, every menu. So this is the same problem we had with Bootstrap. But Shadcn UI, it is very powerful tool. So as you can see, if we go to the Shadcn home, it says build your own component library. You feel that point? Yes. It helps us to make a component library by our own selves. So the people making Shadcn UI not using effectively, they are just utilizing the components but not making changes. That is why all the websites which are made with the Shadcn UI looks very similar. So yeah, today I'm going to talk about how to change this into something very beautiful, which doesn't look like Shadcn UI. So first of all, let me take you to the history. So if you were using Material UI, which is older than me, no, it's a joke. Yeah, the Material UI or another UI will just giving you the components to work with, but not giving you the proper flexibility or freedom to change the things, because you have a SX prop to give to add the styles, but uh, in the in the Shadcn UI you have more control over things. Let me show you. We have a login page right now. We can see that this has this kind of padding, and this is the border radius, and this is pretty much the Shadcn UI, how the Shadcn UI looks like. So we have to change that. Not every website should look like a Shadcn UI, as I said before. This is the same problem with the Bootstrap, but Shadcn UI is much more powerful. It gives us very flexibility. If we see that the button component, if we see the code, it is very simple. It uses the I can show you the code in the let me. So what it does, it use the Redux UI and use the Tailwind CSS to make the customization. So every code is very in our control. It is nothing like a Material UI where the component is coming from the node module. We have no control over it. So we have a proper control on the Shadcn UI, and we can change the theme as much we can do. So to start changing the theme, we can start with the global CSS. So you can see, I can see that in our login page, which is on the local host. Yeah, recording is doing. So we can see that there is a bit of more border radius and the padding. We can change that. So let me change it by going into the global CSS, and we can go to the root, and in the root we have a radius. So if we change it to the 0, the whole radius in the, because the root thing, yeah. So the root thing applies to everything into the project. So if we change the radius to the 0, so we can see that in our the radius has gone. So it is slightly different from the Shadcn traditional UI. So one thing more we can see here, we have colors. We have a background color, we have a foreground color, there's a card, there's a dark mode as well. We have dark mode. There are multiple things we can change right from the global.css to the theme. So you can see there is some kind of color mechanism. You can see that we have 3 values. Actually, it is a HSL, and H with the hue, and the S stands for the saturation. And let me show you here. So HSL in Shadcn UI. So yeah, so in Shadcn UI we have HSL color. We can see that there are three values. One represent the hue, the second represent the saturation, and the third represent the lightness. So as we can see that in the dark mode we have less lightness, and in the root we have 100% lightness. Cool. So currently we are in the dark mode, and this value H is in the 360 degree. I can show you the HSL colors. You can see here. You can see here, yeah. So here you can see that we have degree, 30 degree, 60 degree. It is an angle. If we change the degree, if we have a 270, we will get the some kind of purple color. So if we add the 270 to the Shadcn, it will affect the color. So if I add this 270 here, so the thing will be changed hopefully. So if we go to the website, refresh it, the lightness should be something around we can say 40%. So as you can see, the color, the theme is going to change. So we have changed the background, so the background is changed, right? So the Shadcn UI is very beautiful, very customizable. We can change the primary color to 300 so that color will be very look nice here. Yeah. So this is how we can change the website. If we go to the dashboard as well, so we can see that the website is little bit much more changed. So we have changed a lot of things, not looking like a traditional Shadcn UI. So changing everything into the Shadcn UI, we can use global.css, but we can see there are many things in global.css which we try manually. It will take much of our time. So for that, Shadcn UI give us a very beautiful thing. You can see that we can go to the themes and we can change the theme from here. So it is a very beautiful tool. We can also copy code from here. There is different versions of the Tailwind. If you are using Tailwind 3, you can go with the Tailwind 3. And if you're using Tailwind 4, you can use the Tailwind 4 as well. So spray से मैं डर गया था, sorry. अच्छा, तो इसमें एक और there is another thing that I usually use is it's kind of tweak CN. Yeah. So this is tweak CN. This is very beautiful theme generation of Shadcn UI. If we can go to start customization, we can change anything in the UI. We can change the typography, we can change the colors, and this is a quite great feature which I recommend to many developers, so they can use this and copy the code as well. And this is very beautiful. We can change the color from Twixen, and we can change the saturation, you can see, and the lightness to the all the things. And we can also change the radius to my liking. You can see the radius is changing, and we can also change the spacing right there, which is very nice thing, I think. And this is spacing. We have seen the shadows as well. We can change the shadows. I think the radius is much more higher, which is very very annoying. So yeah, this is a very beautiful tool. I recommend to many people to use that. And yeah, this is whole Tailwind CSS, all the things, all the colors available right here. So yeah, this is very beautiful thing. I'm very big fan of the Claude theme. The thing is, but I don't like here. Can we apply that? Yes, we can apply that. So I can show you how to apply that. If I'm very big fan of the Claude theme, but I don't really like the roundings here. If I remove the radius from here, yeah, this is perfect. And the spacing, let me adjust it a little bit like this. And the shadows, let me add this as well. Oh, the blur radius, let me, yeah. So this is the whole thing. And how we can apply, we can click on the code as well, and we can copy it. We have dark, and we can see that we have dark and we have a root. So we can copy this. This is HSL Ocal. Let me change this to HSL because we are using HSL right now. So yeah, let me copy this. And now we don't like to have this root and the dark. So we can paste here, Control V. And yeah, this is all. Let me change the theme inline. Why it is giving the warnings, let me check. Yeah, unexpected theme. So if we add this here, our app will be little bit like this. Let me check this to XCN. We can change to the theme version, Tailwind version 3. Yeah, now this will be very perfectly matched. So we can apply here. So yes, now if we see, our app will be very much similar to the Claude. So you can see that all the things are very beautifully aligned, and it doesn't look like the traditional Shadcn UI. So this is really beautiful. So what we did, we just copied the theme from the Twixen and we applied to our most of the people, this type of theme change is enough. So yeah, this is all. So do you have any questions? So I have a question. If we have to change one button, like if there is a outline or a link kind of button, and we want to change the behavior of UI around it, can we do the customization of that button? Yeah, the customization is very easy with Shadcn UI. As you can see, we have three buttons right now. These three buttons I have added in the code, and we have one submit, we have the outline, we have the scan read button. So if we go into the button, if the one thing, the most of the developer what they do, they will do that doing the class changes from here. So this is totally, I can say, the shit kind of thing. So yeah, sorry for the language. So the most of the developer will do like that, but you are in the Shadcn UI, and the Shadcn UI is very powerful. So Shadcn UI, if we go into the button lives in our code. It is not from the node module, it is coming from our UI library, and we can see that the structure is very simple. This is the global style applied on every we can say every applied on every button variant. This is the global one, and we have then the variant. We have default variant, we have the destructive, outline, and anything other like that. So if I want to change the button of login with Google, which is outlined, and we can change that. We can see that the outline looks like this, the submit button looks like this, and the default look like this. So if we want to change anything, the normal developer will do something like this, which is very beep. You can add the beep. So you don't need to do that. You have a outline variant, and you can see that the outline variant has this. We have the global styles, and we have the rounded MD. We can see that. We can add in outline, we can add rounded full, and we will add the exclamation mark so that it will not collide with the global styles, because this is the global style which is rounded MD, we can see here, but we want the rounded full in the outline. So if we save that, we can see, yeah, so we can see the outline button is now rounded full, and other one are the global style which is already applied. So yeah, this is pretty much you can do from here. You don't need to go to the styling something like into the component, which is very kind of junior kind of thing. So you can do that. The theme is building right now, so the variant throughout all the project will be changed. So this is a very good catch, and this is how you can change many things into the Shadcn UI, and this is the correct good way of good use of Shadcn UI, and that's all. Yeah, there's one more thing which is very in right now. It is Origin UI. So the Origin UI, we can say that the Shadcn UI is a wrapper of Redux UI and Tailwind. But the Origin UI, is, it is a wrapper of Shadcn UI. It is giving the beautiful components. We can say very beautiful component like a file tree. You can say that this is file tree component, which is very beautiful. We have the code. Uh, this is pretty cool. We can see that people, we waste a lot of time designing that kind of component, but we have already in that. We can use this CLI to import this component, and that's all. This is pretty much, and this is very new and very popular nowadays. Let's see, sure. Yeah, if viewer wants to have video on the Origin UI, we can have that also. Yeah, all set. So this was experiment video, and let's see if you like this video, please share the comment if you want more videos like this, and we are here for you. Take care. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.